Hi all, it's Nathan again. I just finished watching the Free Talk Live episode where they were discussing Steem and they had Brian Sovereign on. And there was a lot of rampant confusion in that episode about how Steem works. And I think a large issue was that we've got a bunch of people who don't really understand the system discussing how the system works and just getting more and more confused because nobody is injecting any answers into this. There's just continually more questions. So one issue that especially came up over and over and over was how does Steem-backed dollars work and how does this peg to the dollar work? And it's actually much simpler than they were saying that it was or thinking that it was. So let me explain real quick how that dollar peg works. A Steem-backed dollar is a smart contract. So that's a contract that's enforced programmatically by the blockchain. All of the rules for how that contract is enforced and the procedures for enforcing it and fulfilling that contract, they're all programmatic and they're all written out on the blockchain. So you can examine and see exactly how that works. Now, the way it works is a Steem-backed dollar represents $1 worth of debt from the Steem blockchain as a whole to you, the holder of a Steem dollar. So the blockchain owes you $1 worth of Steem. And you can do a couple things with that contract. You can either sell it to someone else, in which case we expect it to sell for about $1 because it's worth $1 worth of Steem at some point in the future. So that's one option. You can just sell it directly. Now that's of course going to be going over the market, and you've got liquidity issues, and will you be able to actually get $1, especially if you want it really fast, you may have to take a little bit of a discount. But that's option one, you can sell it. Option two is you can execute the contract, which says I want this contract to run and I want it to make me the Steem to pay this debt. And so what happens there is that the Steem gets locked up, or the Steem dollar gets locked up for 1 week, and 1 week after you lock it up, the contract finishes executing. And what happens is the blockchain destroys the Steem dollar, which is the $1 debt, and prints $1 worth of new Steem at that day's price and gives that to you. Now the reason it has that 1 week delay in there is to avoid market manipulation attacks. So if it were to convert immediately, then I would be able to, if I were a whale or something like that, I could go and dump an enormous amount of money onto the exchanges, completely just change the price, and if I could then execute my contract at that price, then I could get a very much maliciously weighted price in my favor that the contract executes at. So in order to prevent this, what the blockchain does is it puts this 1 week delay in there, and you would actually have to, as an attacker, you would have to be controlling the price on the exchanges for that full week, or at least half of a week, in order to have any meaningful effect or manipulation on the price the contract executes at. So it's basically raising that bar until an attacker is not likely going to be able to control the price for that long. And so that's why we have the 1 week delay in there. So ultimately, all a Steem-backed dollar is a debt that the blockchain owes you $1 worth of Steem. And that Steem represents, the Steem dollar represents $1 worth of Steem that has not been created yet, and we don't know how much Steem will need to be created to pay that debt. When you execute the price, the date is set, and the price on that date will be the price that it converts to the Steem at. But until you do that, it's just a debt for $1. And that's why we expect Steem dollars to trade at about $1, is because it's a debt for $1. So no matter what the price of Steem does in the meantime, unless it crashes to zero, the blockchain should be able to print enough Steem to cover that debt. And therefore, you will have $1. So that's how Steem dollars work. Thank you for watching.